just waiting for a couple people to arrive. So for now, we will just hang back and chill.
Well,
Currently just staring at a bunch of GIFs.
oh, watch this, Allie.
What? What is this? I love it already. I haven't even played it.
Oh, it's that owl that just heard thunder for the first time video. For those of you at home. Those of you at home, it gets wheel scaled. That's the video. Is that coming from inside or outside?
I don't know, but I hear that it's like a weird thumping, right?
Yeah.
It's
Well,
fireworks.
Why?
I don't know. What the fuck are there fireworks?
Are you sure no one's getting shot to death?
No, I know the difference between a gunshot and fireworks, unfortunately. Or maybe fortunately. I guess that is probably good knowledge to have in the world.
Find out when it hits you.
Definitely fireworks, though. Hello.
Hello.
Crash
How you
is here.
doing?
I am
Hey.
alive and full of ice cream cake.
We are also live right now. We're just on the hold screen while we wait for people.
Okay.
Just before you say anything.
So if you have things you
Okay.
need to wrap up too, it's also good.
I got this massive boil on my. Oh, we're live.
I'm sorry,
Well,
TMI.
yes.
Enjoy.
But
You jest, but. So now we're just waiting for Dan, aka Zuzu. Did he say anything after he said he might be late?
Oh, he said he might be late.
Or I think he said something.
Interwebs being shit.
Interwebs being shit, might not be able to log in until a bit after 9. Is we still dungeoning? Well, yes to that.
But how will we
yeah.
know if it doesn't work?
Truth.
That is true. You might. I'll wait a few minutes, and if he doesn't join us, then we will probably just have to start without him. I think we can roleplay what he would probably do. He will probably turn back and try and diplomacy the orcs, I'd assume. So
No, you don't understand. I'll put a damage buff, and then he'll go, I'll cast Hold Person.
but you have the smite. You could use the spell slot to smite.
You got an 8 and a third chance of winning and sacrifice.
Okay.
okay. First
This just Scott Steiner math is just hilarious. It's like either he's bullshitting like out of nowhere on his own, or he practiced this a lot. Because I can't yell and do math at the same time.
Oh, I feel like I've seen this guy's stuff before.
I play D&D. I can yell and do math at the same time.
This is
Okay.
just listening to this
I'll be
is
right back.
exhausting. Okay. I'm just gonna go back to the owl. I like the owl better. The owl is cute and horrified by some sort of noise that we can't see.
Well, you don't get the owl. You get a fish baby.
Ew.
Oh, I thought you were thinking of something else. Hold on, I found this thing off of Twitter and it's absolutely adorable. It's like Tim Burton meets real life, and they're like these adorable little
Skeletal fish.
forget. Yeah, they're like sailfish, but they're not fish. They're closer to like anemone.
I could use as a mouse pad.
I wonder if I can find them.
I will find them first.
That's not being honest.
Yeah, that was a. Dad.
All of your mean powers are weak against me.
I mean, I agree. No, did you find them already?
Your
Okay, no,
mean
never
power is weak.
No, I gave up because you probably can find it quicker than I do. I have so
So
many
both of you
tabs
gave
open.
up. Both of your mean powers are
No,
weak.
it's just hard for me to type and talk because I have to hit a button to do.
You probably don't need to do that well, unless you're picking up me.
I haven't checked. I've kept it the same way.
Because I think we were fine last time.
I think we're about good.
Well, it's 9:05, so I think we can... Honey?
Yeah. Hi, Dan.
Oh, you found
Well,
it,
he
and we
muted-
found him.
He's currently
Yeah,
muted.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he muted himself, but yeah. Oh, those look like weird sloth, panda hair
Skeleton,
curler
They're weird.
things.
Yeah, they're
skeleton
weird.
panda sea squirts, also known as Ascidians, for anybody wanting
Yeah.
to know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Anywho,
Marine invertebrate.
besides of that, so Dan is here. He is just muted, probably for the intermittent noise. So welcome, Dan.
I'm logging in. It's gonna take a minute.
Okay, that's
No
fine. I will do a recap, I think. So, last time on the Dorkvision stream, the party fought a few Galabdurs, some big boulders that were tumbling to and fro, using you guys as a pinball stadium. And you guys found some gemstones as recompense, whatever sacredness they were guarding. But then the party got lost in the confusing and winding maze tunnels as the navigators, Barty and Peggy, were trying to figure out the map. Peggy had a bit of an outburst and had to be calmed down by Mao and sort of
Mostly Boom
confided
Crash.
in Boom Crash about her heightened expectations about her vintner's job. But Boom Crash, you convinced her through Mama Bird powers to play to her own strengths. So she picked herself up and went back to navigating and got you guys back on track.
Hell yeah.
It was then when you guys came upon a strange ruined city covered in spiderwebs and brimming with orcs. Two of the orc assassins, like the ones that you had seen before, snuck up on you guys. You guys were able to detect them, sent Mao ahead with Jose to try and defer them, but unfortunately Mao went down pretty quickly under cover of magical darkness. Amon used daylight to dispel the darkness, and you guys were able to vanquish them, but that daylight had an additional effect of alerting the entire ruin to your presence. And now the orcs are scrambling towards the surface dwellers, intruding on their turf. That...
I'm not sorry.
I'm not sorry. And that is where we find ourselves now. So, let me go over to new page. Cool. And now, let me get on to the correct tab. There we go. Alright.
Oh god, it's one of those zombie defense game type things on Flash.
Wow. That's a interesting way of putting it.
We're surrounded. There's only 3 guys. We're surrounded.
So, you hear bellowing war cries from the ruins below. No less than 50 orcs begin rushing toward the pit walls and scaling their height. Boom Crash, you leap onto your phantom steed with a mental command, set it off down the tunnels, with the caravan rumbling behind it. Grovel yells for everyone to follow. Peggy, Barty, and Juliana leap on the cart, clinging to the sides as the steed careens down the winding tunnels.
Can I jump on the cart too?
You can, but they mostly hopped on due to blindness and short legs.
Don't you have a steed you can summon too?
It takes 10 minutes too, and the other incarnation of them died a second ago.
Indeed.
Right.
So, the cavern is now careening down the maze tunnels, but you can hear the orcs starting to gain on you. As you tumble through the maze of caverns, the echoes of snarling feral orcs are coming from these crossing tunnels that you guys are seeing. Not big enough for the cart, but big enough for orcs crawling or running. Grovel shouts to keep going, and let's begin what I like to call a skill challenge. So, this is going to work slightly different from an actual skill challenge, but basically it's going to be a lot of skill-based checks interspersed with a bit of combat. So, for this first check, you guys are just going to try and get as much speed and distance on these orcs as you can as you flee into the tunnels. So, I'm going to need... I guess I'll explain a bit how it works. You can either choose to do the main thing, a secondary thing, or any third thing that you can think of. And this is just all from your skill checks and your skills and abilities. So, for instance, this first skill challenge is going to be an athletics check, as you guys just run as fast as you can. The secondary check would be survival, as you guys are trying to navigate the tunnels as quickly and safely as possible. If you guys didn't think of any third thing, just let me know.
Hiding.
Let's roll for initiative. Okay, good. It is clear.
Back.
And I will do Grovel as just the initiative for the cart. Okay. So, we still need boom crashes for initiative. I'll just add her. There. Good thing I rolled it, because now she's
back.
at 5. Hi, you rolled a 5.
Yay! What are we doing?
Initiative.
Initiative and running away from orcs.
Did you hear the explanation about the main thing, secondary thing, and the third thing?
Probably not.
No, I was not here. Okay, I'm back now. Let's go.
Okay,
Welcome back.
Running
so
away.
we're kind of doing this in initiative order, but you choose to do a primary check, a secondary check, or any third check that you want. Primary checks are going to be easier, because it's the main thing that's going to help you progress. Other things are more niche and are going to be harder to do. That's generally all that you need to know. So, primary check for this. First thing, as you guys are trying to get some distance on these orcs that are encroaching on you, is an athletics check, just for running, straight up running and speed, or a survival check, so whichever you guys would like to do. So, first, let's go to Zumasu. What would you like to do?
So if I'm just running, that's only for my person. I can't help push the cart or anything.
Nope. The way that this is going to work is you can say what you're doing to help this, or to just further it, and I count up the successes. And if it's a group success, then you guys have succeeded at this first part.
Okay, I guess I'd just be running at this point and trying to keep an eye out for anybody who needs help if they like trip or something.
Alright, sounds good. So I'm going to need an athletics check from you.
Not great.
Not particularly great. So that is going to be 1 fail. Oh, I didn't really think of how I'm going to keep track of this.
Just put it on your fingers.
Yeah. Okay.
You have a scrap piece of paper?
I do. I should probably do it like that. I don't have a pen. Oh, I do have a pen.
I don't have a pen? What madness is this?
Okay, so we got 1 fail. Okay, we move on. I'm on. It is your turn.
Okay, since I can teleport, I'm not too concerned about the running part. I think I'm gonna go for survival first. See which way is the more hospitable
Okay.
way to go.
You're sort of helping find the safest path for the cart as it struggles along. The Phantom Steed, of course, has 100-foot movement speed, but because it's lugging the cart with 4 people on it, it's rather slowed down to more like your guys' speed.
Yeah, and I can teleport on top of it or off of it anytime I want, so...
Okay.
Yeah, because of the damn cape! Jesus Christ.
Okay, since a survival is a secondary skill, it's a bit harder, so that is actually a second failure. Yet you guys are trying to follow Amon's directions, but in the chaos and darkness of the tunnels, it is a little difficult to navigate. Mao, it is your turn.
I tried. Not very hard, but I tried.
It's okay, you tried. Can I use acrobatics instead? And can I, like, cartwheel down this motherfucking, like, cave system?
Yeah, it'll be difficult, but you kind of, like, do a thing where you are trying to, like, run along the walls whenever you get to like a turn or a bend, so that you can kip off of it to keep running and gain some speed. And
Thank you.
that more than does it for a tertiary check. Even
I was like, is there any way I can like salvage an acrobatics instead of strength? My strength is like +1.
Yeah, and you can do that. Okay, Boom Crash, what is you doing?
I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna acrobatics check this shit because
Yes. Yes.
I know I'm pathetic.
Parkour.
This is an 80s ninja movie because no one runs, everyone just backflips everywhere.
Okay, unfortunately,
Turtles.
you
That's
being
a fail.
yeah, that's a fail. You being attached to your steed, it's a little bit difficult for you to actually do much in terms of gaining speed. But I will say that you can use an animal handling check if you wish to like control the steed better in the future. I will now let you guys note that the primary checks, DC 10. Secondary checks, DC 13. Tertiary, DC 16. So it is quite a bit difficult, but now you guys sort of have a clue. So now we get to the caravan, who they are largely going to stick to their guns and just do what they are best at. But I have a single button that I can press to facilitate this. Oh, it didn't work. Great. Fan-frickin-tastic. This... Oh, I see what I did. This is going to take a hot minute to fix. I only have one bracket around each of those, because I copy-pasted the wrong thing. So I'm just going to tick it in here. Almost done. Apologies, I should have tested this, and I thought I did. Now that's a dice roll. That's not a good dice roll, but that is a dice roll. Okay, Barty, fail. Hotch, or Grovel, that's athletics. Grovel succeeded. Hotch also succeeded. Juliana failed.
Of course.
Oh
a
wait,
blind
she
person
succeeded.
fails
She
already.
succeeded. Crypter.
Okay.
Ostrich, that is a fail, unfortunately, just barely. Peggy succeeded. Oh wow. So it comes down to Rizzo, who got a failure. You guys failed by 1. So yeah. Now you guys are trying to tumble down the tunnels, going as fast as your legs can carry you. Barty, Peggy, and Juliana trying to cling to the cart as best they can. They like loosen their grip a few times and have to like grab onto the cart again to keep going, but the cart is getting quite slowed down, and you guys are starting to lose your way thanks to Amon's shit directions.
How dare you?
So the orcs start to catch up to the caravan just as the axles on the cart start to loosen from the rough terrain. So it's going to take a teeny bit of damage. Very teeny bit of damage. 1. Okay, and then the orcs start catching up with you. The caverns once again start echoing, but the echoing is closer than ever before. And we got company. Okay, we're going to add these dudes to the initiative.
Of course.
Okay. I'm gonna yell out to Boom Crash, summon some spiders!
Gotcha.
Can the spiders carry us away?
Spiders can be used to delay people. They have
Fair.
webs. They have webs!
Ignore those. Actually, I guess you don't need to ignore it, because one of them's happening immediately. Okay, so, at one point, the orc from the upper right cavern up here points forward towards you guys and shouts something in Orcish, and then a spider of giant size crawls out from the tunnel and then
Hey.
fires its web towards Boom Crash.
Wait.
It's not her spider.
Damn it!
Excuse me.
Oh, it actually doesn't
Like
have that
this.
ability. These are small spiders. So, it instead is going to crawl over towards Boom Crash and take a bite out of the crime. And get abysmal rolls. So,
Actually, we are working for a criminal guild, aren't we? So it is taking a bite out of crime.
Mhm.
kind of. This is a whole big, giant crime. So, the wolf spider leaps from the tunnel and lands on the phantom steed and is, like, bearing its fangs at you, Boom Crash, but you have your claws around its mandibles as it's looming over you. Meanwhile, this orc is going to lunge out towards the cart and attack Zumasu. And get a 10, unfortunately. So now...
No, you.
Oh, I rolled for the same orc twice, it looks like. That's never a good sign. Let's... I need to fix this before I miss an orc like I always do.
The roll
There's
didn't
always
even
one
appear.
guy.
There's always one person that I'm like, huh, this person hasn't taken a turn for a while. Oh, because they're not in the initiative. I see. I think I just clicked that one twice, so I think we're good for now. So, actually, Zumasu, it's your turn.
Okay, neat. I'm gonna draw an attack of opportunity to go help out Boom. Or are we close enough that I don't need to do that? Because I said I was on the cart.
You're on the back of the cart, so you'd have to crawl to the front if you wanted to help out Boom Crash.
Yeah, I'll crawl over the front.
Okay, you crawl towards the front as the cart is barreling forward. I should mention that this is all, like, happening in a short span of time, so you are still moving with the cart.
Okay. Can I still make it there?
You can, but it will provoke a Great Axe attack, which does not
It
hit.
misses.
It slams into the cart instead, dealing 6 damage to it.
Oh, that's rude. Okay, well, I attack the spider.
Okay.
No. Oh, I don't think that
Mediocre.
hits.
I don't think it does either. It does not. Yep, you lunge out with your sword, but Boom Crash is getting in the way a bit as she's trying to save her
Oh!
own skin.
Oh, there we go.
What? What we
Got
got?
natural 20 for the second attack. 25.
Oh, I'm not seeing it.
Really? Anyone else
Yeah.
seeing the natural?
I'm
Me
not seeing
neither.
anything.
Oh, your internet might have cut out. But then, how are we still hearing you?
I don't know.
I don't know. I swear.
I
Oh,
see 10 and 10 and longsword plus 5, and that was the last thing I see.
there was a longsword 25 and a
rolling
longsword
again.
16. Oh, but it's not going to be the same.
Well,
One second.
try rolling again.
So we'll see if we see anything.
Yeah, because maybe roll 20 crashed.
You know what? I'm gonna make a roll. Let's see if that works.
I see
Okay,
it,
mine showed up.
and it's also a 20.
Yeah, Dan, I think
Okay, well, a new roll has shown up for you, Zumasu.
Yep.
It is a 19. Now we can't hear you. So it's one or the other, I suppose.
No, I just took my hand off the button that time.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, well, that one lands, even with your natural 20 before, but no way to prove that, obviously. So,
I could send a screen grab.
never! You fool! You will attack the spider. Deal damage. Okay, 7 slashing damage. That is pretty good, but not enough. The spider is still attacking Boom Crash, but it snarls and hisses at you somehow.
Rude.
Okay, next it is this orc's turn. It leaps down towards you guys. Amon, I'm gonna need you to make an insight check.
oh damn it.
Okay,
Nice.
you see
I'm
the
not sure.
you see the orc. You see the orc rushing towards the phantom steed to make an attack against it, but your limited knowledge of how her spell works, if that steed takes damage, it's going to disappear. Do you want to do anything in response?
Well, okay, if you're giving me something in response, then
I'll let you use a reaction to try and grab its attention.
Sure. Let me see if there's something that I can definitely do to grab his attention
Yep.
and possibly even stop it. Okay. Damn it. Oh. Banishment.
Okay.
It either gets the right attention or he removes it. Either way, it's good.
Okay. It will make a saving throw.
Okay, let me just look.
I believe it's charisma.
Yeah. S-
Okay, well, dodged that bullet with the good old 420. The orc lunges towards the phantom steed, but its axe disappears as it disappears too, and it fades away into non-existence, passing through the cart pretty much as you guys barrel on forward.
Just an FYI, Mao, you no longer have the Shield of Faith on you because the
Okay.
concentration spell. So
Yep.
you're down to AC. Just,
Okay, Amon, it is your turn. Because I kind of did that out of turn, I'm gonna say that you kind of have limited in what you want to do.
Okay, no problem.
I'll say you could do a cantrip, or just a move or a bonus action.
At this point, we're still moving along. Shit, I probably need to be in the middle of the group. Okay, you know what? Let's slow down for myself a little bit,
Okay.
and then toll the dead over here to
Okay.
this guy.
As you're maintaining concentration on the banished orc, you roll forward or back towards this other dude. He is going to attempt a wisdom save, which you now have a slightly higher one, and it works.
And also your save sucks.
Okay.
Okay.
So, it takes 10 damage, necrotic, as you signal for its death. It claps its hands over its ears, just barely maintaining to hold on to its weapon as its ears start to bleed from the tolling of the dead. Mao, it is your turn.
Mao wants to just continue running. She's kind of low on health.
Okay.
But she will attack this dude,
Okay.
Well,
and then, well, I can use a bonus action to disengage. So I'll attack and disengage. I do both.
Right, you rush up with your sword, and yeah, a 27 will hit the dang thing. 8 slashing damage. Barty is not really threatening it, but 8 damage is more than enough.
+1 necrotic.
+1 necrotic, to kill the orc. It also bleeds after its body falls down to the ground, but good on you.
Yeah, and then disengage.
Okay.
Oh, you're not engaging it. It's dead. It's dead, Jim.
I want to move then. I just move the fuck away.
Okay.
Yeah, sprint. Yeah, you're sprinting.
Okay, it is this orc's turn. It's going to rush out towards you, Amon, and use its great axe. And that's a miss. Boom,
Yeah.
crash. It is your turn. You have a spider trying to claw into you.
Command Spider. While holding the staff, you can use an action and expend 1 charge to cast Dominate Monster, targeting a beast or monstrosity that has the Whip Walker feature.
All right.
That's pretty
Yeah.
You hold up the staff towards the thing, and it suddenly stops where it is. It retracts its fangs closer to its mouth and crawls back onto the steed. It seems to be under your hypnotic power. I'm not even going to roll for it.
Cast us a spell. You're a Spider-Man.
Can I tell it to attack this orc?
Yeah, sure. So
Okay.
it will attack that orc on its turn.
Sweet.
You point the staff towards the orc nearby, and it understands, leaping off of it to go attack the orc on its turn.
Okay. Cool.
In the meantime,
Alright.
I am going to need you to make a animal handling check, I suppose.
Animal handling.
It is charisma based. Okay. Yep, you're fine. You managed to stay in control of your phantom steed, which does kind of have a mind of its own. So yeah, we will continue.
No, animal handling is wisdom based.
Oh,
Not charisma.
what am I thinking of then? Either way, you did it. You did it.
Oh, yeah.
So now it is the Trekker's turn. So this orc is banished. Juliana is having a bit of trouble seeing in the constant movement, but she will make a Ray of Frost attack against this guy with disadvantage. Ray of Frost. Oof, and miss. Peggy, does she have... She does not have any ranged attacks as of yet. Neither does Barty. Rizzo, no. They will just keep running then, I think. Potch has a crossbow. He does have line of sight to this orc creeping out of the tunnels here. He's going to take a shot.
Attaboy. And
but miss. It slams into the rock. I cannot see all these orcs in these tunnels. Ostrich. It's like this, my friend.
Come on, baby.
Damn it.
And miss.
This is why we fire two at once. Damn it. Yeah, nice talk, you little mud demon. I'll get you back for that. Shut up, both of you, and just keep the frick running. We're gonna crossbow.
My boyfriend's a sociopath. He talks to himself a lot.
Well, nobody can hit this one orc who is just hunkered down, apparently. Grovel's gonna run up to the cart just to kind of keep an eye on it and motion for you guys to just keep moving. Meanwhile, this orc is gonna creep out of the back here and see the only thing that it can see.
Oh, God.
Well, this is just how it goes, isn't it?
Oh, no.
The orc crawls out of a tunnel and lets out a yell, "Roar!" and slams into Mao. You have the damage and take only 7 slashing damage.
Are you dead?
Girl down! Woman down! We gotta get back here! Meanwhile, let's go to this layer. Bring this up to this layer. Another spider leaps out from the sideways and lunges for Barty. What is this? He didn't see it coming, and he's going to take the damage. He needs to make a con save. And because that's how we roll, he's going to take all of it. For a total of 13 damage, which is almost half his hit points. Help! Meanwhile, it is now on the cart with the rest of his. Now this spider's turn. He's going to leap off the cart and attack, or off the steed, and attack this orc. I'll say that that had a height advantage. Yeah, let's say that. So now this orc's gonna make a con save. And fail. So the orc will also take this full damage, which is 8. Oh, as the spider crawls on top of its face and starts sinking its fangs into it. Now it is this orc's turn, who runs out of his very good hiding place and is going to make an attack against Rizzo. But miss. Ostrich pulls her out of the way. Now we go to Zumasu. It is your turn. There are 2 spiders. Well, 1 spider on the cart. The other one is being dominated.
Yeah.
Protect
But the
Barty.
orcs-
We need our navigator.
Okay.
Forget Mao. We don't need her.
Or get Mao. Like one of those.
I'll take care of it. Don't worry. Actually, if anything, yeah, you know what?
Just hit
Whatever.
the spider. Okay.
Just do whatever needs to be done. Just do something.
Alright. Bonus action, Hunter's Mark on that spider.
Alright. You engage your Grey Paladin Hunter's Mark, imbuing the thing with the target of justice. You can attack now, because that is bonus action.
Yep, just 1 second.
Of course.
Just marking my spell slots.
Just marking your hunters.
Oh, come on. Alright, let me try that again. Nah. Does that hit?
I didn't see the first attack, I think. You might have cut out, but we see a 12 on the longsword. A 12 does not... Oh wait, does Hunter's Mark give you advantage?
No, it just means if I hit, it does extra damage.
Okay, then that is unfortunately not a hit.
You didn't see the first one?
No, I didn't. So you should probably re-roll that, to be honest.
Okay. Can you see this one?
I can. That is a 21. That will hit.
Alright.
Roll for damage. And then
Okay, so
add,
that's no.
add a good old
that's not
d6. I can't see it, so I'll click it. Okay.
Why is it? That's weird. It's appearing on my end, but you're saying it didn't appear?
Yeah, only
No.
like every other roll is like appearing on us.
Mm-hmm.
That is weird.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's the deal with that, but you said your internet's being funky, so I'm assuming that's the culprit. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Did
that's
you get did the D6 go in?
yeah, the D6 we saw. What was your damage then?
My original damage was only 3.
Okay. Well, we'll use my damage then.
Okay.
So you pat Boom Crash in the back, head back towards the back of the carriage, and then start slashing at the spider. It parries the first attack, but then the next one rings true as it goes straight into its mouth, and with a quick twist and a crackle of justice lightning, the thing dies and tumbles off of the cart past Grovel. Anything else for you, Zuzu?
Nah, that's about it. I don't got many more actions. I guess I'm gonna just position myself next to Mao
Okay.
to ward off the...
Mao is all the way over here.
Can I make it there?
I don't know. I shall have to move. I would probably count the cart for one space of difficult terrain. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, and then you can jump off of the cart, so I'd say that you can make it to her. That is a-okay. So you position yourself to her.
Alright.
Meanwhile,
There I go.
this orc is going to try a charisma save. Does it get a new charisma save at the end of each round for the banishment?
The banishment. No. It just remains there until the spell ends.
Oh,
and
so
if
you
that's
it's reliant on you keeping the concentration for the full minute.
Mhm.
Gotcha. Well, then
Yep.
this guy is like straight up gone. As you guys continue to
that-
move the cart, this guy moves in this direction, kind of. That's all I
Okay,
was
makes sense.
getting to. Amon, it is your turn.
Okay, because that's important, because I'm going to take an attack of opportunity. I am going to... God damn it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now I can do this. Okay, so I'm going to get an attack opportunity from at least these two, or is it just one?
Just one, because the wolf spider is dominated.
Yeah, the wolf spider's
Right.
my friend.
Okay, cool.
It swings wildly at you and somehow lands a critical hit, because that's how I roll. Oh, you can do a thing, can't you?
No, I can't see it. How
Yeah, I
did you...
don't see the roll that you did.
Oh no, did I catch Dan's thing?
I see the
damage.
last damage, but I don't see the roll. I mean, if you roll for it, that's fine.
Well,
Oh.
no, see, here's the interesting thing. I see it on one of my screens, but I don't see it on the audience screen. The one that's like my camera screen.
Maybe you have it hidden.
I think it's just lagging. Maybe a roll 20 is just shit tonight. I'll try it again.
I mean, if you just tell me if it did, then that's fine. I don't really mind. But
I refreshed my page.
okay, so like I saw the damage. Now I see the 1.
Yep, that's also what I see. So that's interesting. Okay, so we'll go with the 1 because it was the only one that showed up. So it
Okay.
misses you. It swung really wildly and thought it got a natural 20, but it was actually a natural 1. So now you can
Okay.
continue with what you wanted to do.
Okay, then I'm gonna grab Mao by the horn and teleport
Oh, that's better.
and teleport right over here.
Okay.
With the cape. So both of it.
Teleport Mao to the top of the cart. The steed buckles a bit from the sudden weight, but it keeps moving.
Okay. Yeah, I can't do any more bonus actions, so bam, that's that.
Okay. Mao, make a death save. Okay, one fail. Okay, now it's this orc's turn. It's going to attack the giant wolf spider. And hit. And that's actually enough damage to kill it. It takes the spider and just kind of grabs it by the thorax, tosses it on the ground, and then whacks its axe into the thing, and then spits on it in disgust. Then it starts running towards the cart again, towards you guys, but it doesn't have any other attacks. Boom Crash, it's your turn.
Okay, I am going to summon... Okay, what would be a better idea? 8 of those wolf spider dudes or 2 giant spiders?
I say
I
2
think-
giants.
I was gonna say 8 because the number
More
of
attacks.
Yeah, more attacks, and it would be distractions for more targets.
Fair enough.
Okay, so you hold up your staff, realizing what a good idea it is, and then you start to chant in a strange language that just comes to you. Others might recognize it as Elvish.
Ooh, neat. I can't speak that.
But you are regardless. And then more spiders start crawling out of the tunnels, but this time they are for you guys.
Friendlies.
Where did that other one go? Disappeared. Oh, there it is. Aha. So we got...
That's
need
1,
to
2, 3, 4.
Yeah, I need to create even more. Okay, and I'm gonna roll for one of their initiatives, and then they're all gonna go on that initiative. Oh. Well,
Nice.
it's admittedly far away, but where were we, Boom Crash?
Actually, no.
Oh,
it means
it's
they go down.
it means they go next
because
because you were
I'm
going
last.
last. I somehow missed over Grovel, but oh, I think it probably reordered you so that you're, because you have the same role as Grovel, so it probably flipped you down. Anywho, so next, let's do Grovel, and because he's supposed to go last, and he goes with the entire party. So Juliana is going to shoot a frostbolt. Indeed, at that one, and natural 20.
Woo!
Lucky shot.
Go, go, go.
Right, so it counted the crit, and this dude is going to take way too much cold damage. She points her spell focus at the orc, and the frost ray lands at the thing's face, and then you can see like icicles blast off of the back of its head as it gets a horrible case of brain freeze and falls to the ground. Its speed has been reduced by 10, but it's also been reduced by 30 because it's now dead. Now we go. Okay, we got Grovel has an attack. He shouts in startled amazement as the spiders start crawling out, but you assure him that they are friendly, and he's going to turn to this orc over and back at you guys with a crossbow. And miss. God damn it, Grovel. He's then going to shout at Barty to get off the cart and run because it's too heavy for the steed, as he notices that the thing is slowing down. Barty agrees and hops down. Now...
Sorry, I am not sorry.
yeah, its max capacity seems to be 4 people, and Boom Crash. Hotch is going to try and redeem himself. Oh, and get a natural 20.
Woo!
It all happens eventually.
1 out of 20 times.
How do you like that, you French prick? Whatever France is.
I was about to say, what's French?
He's probably like Connacht. He is. So this dude takes a bunch of damage. It's not enough to take him down, but the lucky crossbow bolt lands right in its chest. Got anybody else? Ostrich, yes. Ostrich is going to take out their sword and in one swift action draw it and slam it into the dude and hit him for 6 damage, which brings them down. We'll call this one a group effort, and then runs back here to make his second attack. Their second attack. And miss. Okay, now we go to the spiders. Dun 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 dun. They go and attack these orcs.
Good.
And the other ones just kind of make it like here. Yeah. Alright, so let's start making some attacks. Okay, that's a miss. That is a miss, so we'll do the top orc now. As a hit, just do the second attack for posterity. That is a close one. That is a miss as well. So we got one hit on the top orc. They're going to make a con save. And that is a success, I think. So they take half as much on a failed save. So they're going to take total 11 damage, which is still a lot. So that was still a hefty hit as these spiders tackle the orcs and start crawling all over them. Zumasu, it is now your turn.
Well, Val's now safe. I guess I should probably help the civilians that are over here.
Yep. They are like trying to keep up with the cart as best they can.
Oh yeah, the spider died. Can I just target one of these other things? Or is the spider still alive, technically, that I was attacking?
No, it died.
Okay.
These are all mouse spiders.
Yeah, or Boom Crash the spiders.
Yeah, Boom Crash. Whatever.
I'm targeting this one with a new mark.
Okay. Yep, you set your mark on a new target.
Step, swinging. Tell me if you see this. I push the button.
I do
But the
not.
button didn't appear.
Oh, well,
Okay, let me try that again.
Oh.
Now it's going.
I see it. It's a 20.
Alright, sweet. Let's swing into swinging.
Roll for the damage.
6 plus 6.
Okay,
damage.
we didn't see the original damage.
I got a 6. Why is that not working?
Well, we'll call it a 6 then. So that's a total 9.
Okay.
Okay, second attack.
Swing, swing.
Alright, that will also hit. Does the Hunter's Mark proc more than once a round?
I believe it does. Let me just double check this real quick.
I think it does too, but I wanted to make sure. Some of them don't.
Sorry, character sheet disappeared 1 second.
Yeah, with a weapon attack, Yep, you can do that every turn. So, you can deal another additional Hunter's Mark damage with this attack.
Sweet. Sorry.
Don't be sorry. But,
There's the hunter. And here's the slashing damage. So another 5 damage.
Yep. Is that to the same target?
Yeah.
Okay, it is on its last leg. Covered in spiders and also covered in sword wounds. Okay.
Sounds pretty good.
It is this orc's turn. It is going to turn towards the paladin in spite of the spiders on top of it. And assume that he's in charge of this. The spiders normally seem to work for them. It's going to swing at you with his great axe and hit you for 8 slashing damage, Zamasu. And Mao, you should go after Amon, I believe, so I just switched that. Amon, it is your turn.
Okay, Mao's getting healed for full 20. just straight up.
Okay, now
And-
you heal for 20.
And then, whatever Zumos was dealing with over here, I can barely see it, but I think I'm gonna do Total Dead on it.
Okay. I also realized that that orc that attacked Zumasu was the one that was banished. That was why I was back there. So,
Okay.
we'll pretend that that was the other orc attacking Zumasu.
That
So I
sounds
have
good. And that's the
levels.
one I targeted with the hunter's mark.
Okay, yeah, and now it's gonna make a saving throw. Oh, it just made your new DC, which is 15. So close. But
God damn it.
God damn it. What? I can't hear you over the sound of all this awesome. Okay, Mao, you awaken, eyes fluttering back to life, and you see Amon leaning over you and cursing under his breath. The cart shakes beneath you.
I just look at him and go, fuck. Also, I have 2 levels of exhaustion now, right?
No.
No, we don't do that.
I thought, oh, alright, alright.
That's the Tomb of
No,
Annihilation
you-
campaign where we did every time you go down, you get exhaustion.
Okay.
Okay.
That's fun.
It was not fun.
Well,
I do not recommend
Well-
doing that unless you're doing overland travel. Then it kind of accrues better. But in a
Also,
dungeon setting, it sucks.
also, it kind of completely nerfs my character's purpose because I only heal from the dead.
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, exhaustion's different, but still.
Yeah. It's
Uh,
worse.
Well, I guess I'm just gonna, like, give you a nod of appreciation, but I'm gonna stand up and wobble my freaking legs and go and hit this guy with my bow.
Okay, make an attack roll. That's gonna hit. It had 1 hit point left, so it goes down. Ostrog and Zumasu were like rearing to attack it, but it falls down from a sudden arrow appearing out of nowhere. You guys look back and see Mao standing on the moving cart.
I'm flipping the bird.
As you do, the cart bumps and then you like fall back onto your butt as you do so. But you maintain your status as badass.
Yes.
Okay, the banished orc also like disappears away from you guys, and when it falls out of Amon's range for concentrating on it, if there is one, it is way out of sight at this point. The spiders, Boomcrash, are you just having them try and keep up with you? I need to check their...
Yeah, it's.
They actually have very fast speed, so they can keep up with you guys. They have 40-foot
Okay,
movement speed.
cool.
That's kind of terrifying.
It is.
That's awesome.
I'm very scared. All right.
Just- It's just like a parade of spiders, and instead of it being
Yes.
Cinderella's carriage being pulled, they're following.
I want them to guard the cart and guard the people that need to be guarded. So.
Okay. All right. You guys can get into whatever formation you want, because we are going to go back to the normal order. Actually, let's re-roll for initiative.
Oh no.
This is round
Ah.
2 of the skill check, of the skill challenge. I will once again use
Oh no.
Revel, and I will once
Seven.
again use 1 spider, just so the spiders are there.
Spiders are not a hive mind.
Well, they are
You
when
can't
they're
have
being
a-
controlled by magic.
You can't have a swarm of
Oh.
spiders. That's terrifying.
All right, we continue onward. So, as the carriage pummels down through the depths of the caverns, you still hear more orcs gathering. In your brief stint of slowing down, it seems that more have started to catch up with you guys. But as the cart rounds a corner, there is a sudden drop. You feel a jolt as the cart starts barreling down a slippery slope, and the Phantom Steed is like wrestling against the free-rolling caravan behind it. Peggy, Juliana, and Barty start like screaming as the thing descends. I'm gonna need you guys to do what you want to do. The primary check for this is acrobatics, but the secondary check is perception, as you guys try and navigate this very slippery slope while also running away. Amon, what would you like to do?
What was the secondary skill? Sorry again.
Perception, wisdom.
Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna sit tight and do perception.
All right. Okay, that is a success as the cart is barreling downward, you note the position of stalagmites on the ceiling and are able to quickly dodge past them as the cart careens downward. Let's go to Boom Crash. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna acrobatics.
Okay. You quickly try and maintain your balance and composure as it goes down, but I'm gonna do a little extra thing and say that you are knocked from the steed and just fall off down it as you start tumbling downward. So that is
Oh
one.
no,
Excellent.
Christopher! She's not gonna do a Christopher Reeve, is she?
All right, it's the spider's turn, but they don't have one. So Mao, what would you like to do? Acrobatics.
Acrobatics. Potentially somehow assist Boom Crash, or no?
I've fallen. Leave me.
This
dead.
is
No, you can actually assist to get her up. At least that way she's not, because if she's knocked
Yeah.
down, she's probably prone and losing half of her movement. To
Yeah, I want to be able to, like, I'll use acrobatics in some form of way to be able to help her up. Like, jump down, duck and roll, kind of pop her up as I get up.
okay.
and run
Roll,
with
and
her.
I'll figure it out.
roll a 1.
It's always a 23 with you, isn't it? So,
Plus 10, baby.
you see Boom Crash fall from the caravan and then leap onto off of the caravan and onto the side and start skidding along a loose rock like a surfboard and quickly reach out for Boom Crash's talon, snatch it up, and drag her along down the rolling silt. Now we go to... looks like I progressed it a little too early, but we are going to the rest of the caravan now. So, we're going to do group roll, challenge. So most of them are going to be doing acrobatics unless they have something specific that they can help with, or acrobatics. So Barty is going to attempt a perception, and that's a success for him. Now we got Ruvel is a fail, Hotch is a success, Juliana is a success, Ostrich is a fail, Peggy is a natural fail. Okay, Rizzo. Dang. Comes down to Rizzo again with another failure. Okay, you guys have done a group fail once again. Things are not looking good on this sudden drop. So, I'm going to need everyone that did fail to make a strength saving throw.
Oh shit.
Oh, I didn't roll yet.
I'm assisting her, right?
Oh wait. Oh, you didn't re-roll your initiative. That's why.
Oh, I thought it was all part of the same part.
Yeah, no, we
Alright, I'll just
re-rolled
roll.
initiative.
Well, I'm last anyway.
You're
so
next.
What are the odds?
That worked perfectly.
So, I just want to keep running.
Okay, make an acrobatics check.
Wait, can I just do athletics?
You
No.
you can
Or
you can do that, but it'll be a tertiary roll because that's not one of the selected rolls.
it's a harder check.
Yeah, and you need to explain to me how you're doing it. The cart is
Oh, I just
currently
figured-
careening down a slope.
Oh,
So your options for this one
I
are
guess-
acrobatics, perception, or anything else.
I get it.
Yep.
I guess perception. All of them I'm terrible at. Perception I'm slightly better at. I'll try that.
Is there a really good skill that you might roll well on that you could try as a tertiary?
I mean, the only thing I can think of is using athletics to try and use my sword or something to brace against the walls and keep the car from tumbling over.
I could say that you could
people
try
from falling
and
over.
guide the cart during its careen with your strength.
Remember
Yeah,
that
that's
the check breakdown is 10,
Hello?
13,
Did everyone
and
cut up?
16.
Yeah,
So
but literally I have no bonuses in wisdom, and
Ah.
my dexterity is 0. So it's either a 10 or something I have skills in. So I'll try
Yep.
the athletic.
You'll try the
Good luck.
athletics? Okay.
Wait, could I drink a potion of giant strength as well?
Yeah.
Or is that taking an action?
If you'd
'Cause
like
I actually have
to.
a strength.
I think
Yeah,
you'd
I'm
be
gonna
able to.
drink that giant potion.
Okay. What type of giant's potion is it?
I never listed, so I'm gonna assume it's the hill giants because it wasn't super rare.
Okay. So I think that it was. I think that's a hill giant strength then. Let's do.
It's 21, so I'd get extra 3 strength, so I get 20 on this roll then.
Okay. Sounds good. You
So
drink
it's
the
down to
potion as you see the cart start to take a tumble, and then use your quickly, magically newfound strength to start guiding the cart from the back end. Make your check.
I did it!
And
So
that
that's plus 3, I got a 24.
that quite literally tips the balance of Rizzo's failure, and you have essentially tied, but it counts as a success if you guys tie.
Nice.
So you guys succeeded at this encounter and tumble more or less safely down the slope. The cart does take a minor bit of damage, but it's not as much as it could have been. Okay, well it's still pretty bad because everything I say is negated by the rolls. Okay, the cart takes some bludgeoning damage. You can see like a piece of wood fly off of it as it slams into a rock. But we are past this leg. So, at this point, you guys look up behind you, and you can see that orcs are at the top of the slope. They all hurl javelins down at you guys. I'm going to need everybody to make a dex saving throw.
Wait, do they get that bonus from me?
Yes, this is a saving throw.
Can I just reaction and snare missile?
You can also do that.
Everybody get plus 4.
Well, it's only 12 for me.
Good. I don't think that'll help because I rolled 2 critical fails in a row.
Okay, I'm going to do their natural d20 rolls. Looks like everybody's failed a bit.
They all get plus 4.
Oh, but they all get
Yeah.
plus 4. Crap, then what was the DC?
Main
Okay.
party kind of failed too.
So, with a plus 4, that is going to be a success for most of them except Hotch, Juliana, and Rizzo. Okay, so they... Let's do some damage, folks. Okay, so... Who failed here? We got C. Amon. You're going to take 8 damage. Boom Crash, you're going to take 7 damage. Mao, you completely negate this.
Cool.
You succeeded at the saving throw, but you also could snare the missile if it could even get near you. Hotch is going to take 7. And Juliana is going to take 9. And Rizzo is going to take 5. Okay. So let's do that. Okay. Got Juliana. Then we got Rizzo. Okay. So yeah, it looks like Hotch is doing the worst. It looks like they took a bunch of damage from before, which is why they're not doing so hot right now. So that was just a minor thing that wasn't part of the skill challenge, but now we continue. As you guys start barreling forward, the orcs are starting to fade away, and you hope that you can try and lose them in a maze of tunnels that are big enough for the cart, but not for everybody else. As you guys start piling behind the cart, you decide to do the worst thing and split up so that the orcs... because the orcs are now starting to converge on your butt end, and you need to get out and away, and find the correct way away. So, you guys split into small groups, and try and find a way through with a cart that will also lead you away from the orcs. The primary check for this tunnel maze is going to be intelligence, and that is not really a skill, It's just an ability check. The secondary is survival. So, let's do... we can keep the same initiative since there wasn't really any combat this time. So let's go to Amon.
Barely.
Well, we're doing this in turn order.
I'm just gonna hold my number. I just wanted
Yeah.
to roll it so I don't forget. It's an ability check because it's that and saving throws. I always.
Okay, sounds good.
And
So,
then the survival, the secondary.
yep, you're doing the survival, which is secondary. You have a better idea of this sort of region, and you're able to find an effective path for the cart and start leading the Phantom Steed, calling it towards you. And that's a success. Then we go to Boom Crash. You are trying an intelligence check, and you did so, and that is also a success. As you start navigating the tunnels, they get a little twisty and windy, but you are able to realize which paths lead backward and which lead forward. And that's a success. So Mao, that is unfortunately a failure. You temporarily get lost in comparison to the group, and find yourself face to face with an orc. So we'll remember that for later.
I was having a good time.
Yep.
Let's go to Revel now, so we do the rest of them. Okay, we got some interesting numbers here. Okay, I may actually need to, because these are just plain d20 rolls, but I may need to go in and check some of these stats, because I think some of them have some okay intelligence. Like Barty, for instance, has +3. That's not enough, though, so that's a fail. Revel is a success.
Honestly, everyone's numbers are, if they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, then it's pretty clear cut. Juliana is the only one that's kind of ambiguous.
Yeah. Well, Barty actually has +3, which is pretty good. Juliana, weirdly enough, only has +2.
Ah, that's no good.
That's no good. Yeah, she shouldn't have dropped out of school. So, next we go to Ostrich. They have survival, and that is more than enough to be a success. Peggy has no clue where she's going, and she is going to encounter an orc, as well as Juliana. Just gonna try and mark this. Peggy, Julia. Okay, Rizzo, that's a success. Okay, Zumasu, I'm gonna need you.
Okay, so here's my thought process, since
Okay.
I'm not the best at navigating my survival. Since I'm going last anyway, I kind of see where everybody else is running off to, and I just kind of listen for whoever runs into trouble. So I guess I'm rolling like a insight check to see who would need my help.
Okay, I'm gonna say make a perception check then.
Damn. Okay, let me see what happens.
Still wisdom based.
Yeah, but I have skills and insight. I don't have perception. Wait, it might be the opposite. I forget. We'll see.
We'll find out.
Nope, it's the other one. Yeah, I have hidden insight. Damn it.
Okay, well, regardless, your perception is a little funky. As you are trying to find out who is in the most trouble, the sounds all sort of start to blend together with just the sound of marauding orcs. You even see humanoid figures like rushing past you, but you're not sure who is friend and who is foe. So you come face to face with an orc as well. But by and whole, this was a group success. So you have 2 successes on the board and 1 failure. But now we do a bit of one-on-one combat.
Wait.
So I'm gonna grab those who failed and just put you guys in a nice little even setup. Then is that everybody that failed? I think someone else failed. Oh, Barty failed. Poor thing. Yeah. Okay. Okay. there is an orc on each of you guys. So now let's roll for initiative. Well, yeah, let's now re-roll for initiative.
Everyone? Okay.
But first, let me remove all the turns. Okay, now we can go.
Okay. No. I got an 11.
Okay.
So at least the initiative rolls are working out pretty alright.
Something good.
Yeah. Okay. So the spiders are technically going first. Boom Crash, you do not know where some of your party members are. What would you like to do? Well, what would you like to order the spiders to do? It is their turn.
Okay.
Like spread
Two
out
of them
and
can
comb
stay.
the...
Yeah, spread out, but two of them come and stay to guard the mount and me.
Okay, sounds good. 6 of them start spreading out through the tunnels in search of their allies. So we'll do some secrety rolls. Okay, sounds good. Okay, so now they go off in hopes of rescuing your friends. Mao, it is your turn. Hold on. I need to roll for some of these orcs.
None of these orcs have actually had their turn yet, right?
I didn't actually add them to the initiative, so...
So let's see.
But it worked out, I guess. So it is your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna assassinate one of them.
Okay, there is only one that you can see that you've encountered. But...
Everything's on a mono a mono.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
kind of how we're doing it for now. Okay, that is gonna hit, and that's gonna deal 33 damage. As you come upon an orc, it roars at you and then runs towards you, but you duck down past like a column, spin
Nope.
around it, and then just kill shot, chopping its head right off its shoulders. Then you look around, looking for your party members. Make a perception check. Okay, you think you hear someone going off in one of the nearby tunnels. So I'm going to... This.
I'll definitely try and find the nearest person.
Okay, it turns out that you have met up with Juliana,
No, alright, that's fair. I like
but that is the rest of your turn.
Okay.
I'll put you like above her so you're in the same column.
Yep.
Okay, it is this orc's turn. It comes upon Piggy the Gnome, and it rushes towards her. But it misses. With a lucky dodge, she goes underneath its legs. Amon, it is your turn. Your friends are missing. The spiders are going out to search for them. If you'd like to find them, you can attempt a perception check. Or you can try something else.
I guess I should pretend to care. Let's do perception.
Alright. You think you hear noise of combat coming from one direction. You're not sure. You're not sure who it is, but you definitely hear something.
All right, I'm gonna saunter over.
Okay. Cool. Going to have
I'm
you-
just gonna put myself here just to say I'm sauntering off the cart.
Okay. You eventually meet up with Zumasu.
Okay.
I've accidentally put you in a space that is out of bounds. Mao is probably there too, so I'm just gonna move everybody in bounds. We don't do this is a no glitch run. So
Oh man, I was hoping to move my way through.
okay, but unfortunately, it's taken you most of your turn to get there. To
That's
them.
fine.
So, this orc in front of Zumasu is going to attack Zumasu. And miss.
Shocking.
Another orc is near Barty. That one's going to
Meet the
attack.
low peak.
And get a natural 1. Doing well against these NPCs. Next orc is the one near Juliana. It is going to attack her. I'm pretty sure 12 hits her. Please let me click. Yes, that's going to hit her and deal 13 slashing damage to Juliana, and she goes down. Okay. Mao, you arrive just on the scene as Juliana is there, falling to the orc. But it is not your turn, it is Zumasu's turn. Zumasu, you are fighting with the orc that has just attacked you.
Hunter's Market.
You Hunter's Market.
No.
That's gonna hit.
Longsword damage.
Okay, 5.
Was this plus the strength potion? I don't think it got applied.
It didn't.
Okay, so it's plus 3, by the way.
Is it plus 3 instead of plus 2?
Doesn't it change your strength to 21?
Yeah.
The strength was only 14.
Your strength was originally 14?
Yep.
So it was plus 2, and it goes to plus 5. So it's plus... Yeah. You were right, it is plus 3. I see.
So I did 14 damage then.
Yes. It is at 1 hit point. They have 15 health, which you have just discovered.
Can I just, like, scream... Can I just, like, try and intimidate it away now? Because I did, like, nearly whack off its torso.
You have a second attack.
I guess I could try. Oh yeah, and I got plus 3, so let's see what happens. Okay, yeah. Oh shit.
You can roll for damage for posterity if you want.
Okay, so technically that would be.
You roll
plus 3,
another
so
Hunter's Mark dice.
Well. Yeah, no, so that's. But remember, that's plus 3 to the slashing damage, so that'd be 6 plus 6 plus. So that's 12 plus 8. So I did 20 damage to it.
Wait, what?
I want. It would have been 20 altogether because of the plus. I'd be plus 3 because of the slashing damage.
So
and then the
it's
Hunter's Mark would still...
it's 6 plus 3, which is 9, plus 4, which is 13. Now roll another d6.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Hey, another 4.
So it ended up being 17 damage. But yes,
Okay.
it is thoroughly dead as you stab it right through the stomach all the way up to the hilt. You have trouble pulling the thing out, so you have to, like, kick it off with your foot. Amon arrives on the scene, scent of death bringing a smile to his face. Okay.
Amon, where are the others? I got lost. I tried to
shrug.
be helpful.
Oh. Alright, it is the rest of them's turns, so we're just going to go across. Barty is going to... I think he's going to try and perceive his friends. He has plus 4 perception. Okay, he's going to full disengage and try and hide. Actually, he can't do that in the same turn. So he's just going to full disengage towards you guys. Towards one of you guys. Roll for that. Okay. Barty comes out to where Mao is and sees Juliana fallen on the ground to another orc. He's holding, like, his hat on his head. There's one chasing me! Quick, help! Meanwhile, Peggy is going to... She's going to make a choice. Okay, Peggy is going to try and hide. Okay, 12. The orc is going to try and perceive. Okay. Peggy takes out her scimitar and then takes a look at the thing wielding its giant great axe, realizing that she only dodged a massive attack before. She puts her scimitar away and then tumbles down into the tunnels, trying to find some cracks that only she can get into. The orc has lost her. Meanwhile, it is Juliana's turn, and she's going to make a death save. And that is one fail for Juliana. Boom crash. So now, the spiders have found their mark. You don't know what's actually happening with the spiders, I think. But do you want to do anything on your own?
Um.
Or just keep pressing forward?
Keep pressing forward.
Okay, sounds good.
Or use the cat wand, summon a cat. Why the fuck not?
Okay, you summon a cat.
The cat becomes lost.
We'll,
Oh no.
We'll find do you have the cats assigned to dice?
Yes.
Okay.
And
Oh,
Pudge! Orange Tabby!
In
The
a
dragon
panic,
talking.
you pull out the wand of cat calling and summon Pudge the cat, who appears on the cart. It stares with its blank eyes and blinks one at a time. Meanwhile, the spiders arrive at their respective destinations, which are... So, it is apparently a party where Mao is.
Yep.
Guess she was being the loudest, because all the spiders are right in there. So many spiders, I'm having trouble. So, as Juliana is making death saves and Barty arrives on the scene, Mao arrives on the scene, the orc is swarmed by 6 spiders that all start making their attacks. That's 1 hit. That's 2 hits. Is that 5 attacks? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I accidentally did 1 extra, so that last crit doesn't count. But that is 1, 2, 3 hits. That deals 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 normal damage. And then it's gonna make... I actually don't think that it can make enough saves, even with the half damage, to survive. So it quickly succumbs to the poison as the spiders start wrapping it up in their webbing. Okay. Mao, it is your turn.
I guess I'll go after the one that was chasing Barty?
Okay, sounds good. You rush after to where Barty was, and you see the orc barreling down the halls. I'll just put him over there. What would you like to do?
Attack.
That's a fair assumption. Okay, that is going to hit. And deal 14 damage, but the 1 bleed damage next turn, as it's trying to keep its blood in its body where it belongs. It starts spilling out, and it falls to its knees, and then to its face as it dies and bleeds out.
And then I kick it.
Then you kick it. Oh, thank you, Mao. We need to save Juliana.
Yeah, I think she's good.
She is bleeding out on the ground.
Well, I mean, she also had spiders kill the things for her, so it's not like she's an imminent threat.
That's true. Also, I don't think it updated correctly. There we go. Cool. Now it is the orc that was attacking Peggy's turn. It's going to... Actually, the perception check is supposed to be on its turn, so it's still looking around for her, looming around the space. Amon, it is your turn. You are with Zumasu, who has just dispatched an orc. I'm going to say you hear a lot of commotion coming from down another hallway.
I am just going to nonchalantly walk over to the other hallway.
Okay, you Pepe Le Pew all the way to that hallway, and eventually come upon 6 spiders the size of dogs wrapping up an orc, and Juliana on the ground, quite in pain and dying. And Mao shrugging and saying she's fine, Barty panicking, and that is the scene.
Well, I didn't ask, so...
She's not dead.
Okay. Good. I could tell. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so 16 hit points are restored to Juliana immediately.
Okay, Juliana rises back to her feet. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Amon. And then she asks for help, gets back up to her feet. Giblet is still around and pops out to help guide her. I think that's it for you, Amon. Zumasu, are you following him?
Yeah, got nothing else to do.
Alright, you reconvene with the rest of the characters, and...
I'm gonna carry Juliana.
well, she can walk now, but you can carry her.
I have the... I'm hopped up on giant strength potion, so I'm just gonna be like, okay, let's go, and I just scoop her up, and we can start running wherever we need to go.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, she's trying to navigate these tunnels with just secondary dark vision, essentially echolocation. But you scoop her up onto your shoulder and then start rushing back towards the cart. You guys have gotten a pretty good layout of the tunnels at this point, especially with your success before, so you can make it back to the cart. The only one who's missing is Peggy.
Where's Peggy at?
God damn it.
She must still be in the tunnels.
Juliana, can Giblet help find her?
I can send him out.
I'll
Okay.
follow you, Giblet. 'Cause I'm bad with directions.
I send out my spiders.
Okay, you send out your
I'm
spiders
gonna
once
look.
more.
Oh my god, that's such a great image.
The spiders, obeying your command,
Crawl, my
filter out
chickens.
into...
I mean, Peggy can sort of probably ride one back.
yeah, she, I think, literally can. Although the token size that I have here is medium, she is a small creature. So, I'm gonna have Giblet make a perception check. I'm not on the chat screen, that's why that's not appearing. Perception. And I forget what echolocation does, but I don't think it matters. So, the bat Giblet comes upon the orc that is looking for Peggy. After a while of searching through the room, Giblet does find Peggy's hiding space. It flies over to where she is, and she puts her lips up to her finger up to her lips to shush Giblet as Giblet kind of flies away. Giblet is going to transmit message back to Juliana. Juliana tells you guys, I found her. There's an orc stalking her. I'm gonna try and distract it, but tell your spiders to head this way.
Okay. Spiders, go.
I'm gonna
Protect
follow the
Juliana.
spiders.
Kill the orc.
Okay.
Bring back the little one.
Zumasu, you leap off, finding the path where the spiders have taken, and start trailing them.
I yell
Meanwhile,
out giant as I'm running.
Giblet is...
Giant!
Giant strength! Giblet is going to get in the orc's face, and is going to assist Peggy. I guess just... I'm just gonna roll a dice. I don't actually know what this is. It's tired, I'm late. Just roll a dice, see what happens, I don't know. There's not really a check to distract things, I guess. I guess it's intimidate. So I'll have the orc contest it. Okay, so the bat familiar gets in the orc's face and starts battering against its face with its wings. The orc starts swinging wildly. What the... And then Peggy sees her moment, tumbles out, and starts running down the hallways. She sees a bunch of spiders coming towards her, and someone yelling giant at the top of their lungs. She screeches to a halt and starts backpedaling, but then she realizes it's Zumasu, and runs towards you. She leaps on one of the spiders, realizing it must be one of Boom Crash's creations, and Giblet eventually follows you guys back to the cart. The orc finally starts following you guys, but you guys make enough headway, and enough of the spiders are able to suck some venom out of him to finish him off pretty good. So,
Can I at least try to attack him?
you can certainly try that. I did just delete him, but you can just target one of the spiders. Okay,
Well, that would probably hit
that
him.
would probably hit. Roll for damage.
And I'd Hunter's Mark him too.
Yeah. Roll for extra damage. Okay, 14.
Yeah, I killed him.
No, he's at
But it would be plus...
he's at
No,
one.
but remember the plus...
The plus 3. Because of your giant
Yeah.
strength, he is quickly dispatched with one swipe of your longsword. You kind of uppercut him up into the air, and then he falls back down onto the ground dead. Okay.
I just wanted to look cool in front of Peggy.
Make a charisma check.
Okay.
Good luck.
This is an important role. Peggy will remember this.
Or not,
Come on.
depending.
Remember, you did try to read her mind.
God damn it, it never works.
Well,
I just make it look icky and disgusting.
it was kind of sloppy, but it worked. You know, if you wanted to figure out how she thought about that, you could read her mind.
Concentration.
Okay, so we're gonna move on to next leg of this skill challenge. Okay, so as you guys are finally all reconvened, the orcs are still trying to navigate this maze of tunnels that's even denser of a maze than before, almost like a straight up like a whole bunch of columns instead of like tunnels is practically what you were dealing with back there. But then you make your way into a large enough tunnel to move forward. As you keep going, the orcs trailing behind you, the passage of the cart starts to shake the loose rocks in this tunnel, and the ceiling starts to crumble upon you with loose stones. As the ceiling finally caves, you see an orc fall out of the ceiling dead. It seems that they are still hot on your trail. You need everybody to make a dex saving throw.
Saving throws get bonuses.
They all do get bonuses. I need to reach the cart so I can make a roll.
Alright.
Finally. Ugh. I didn't get a natural one.
Uh-oh.
Don't jinx it now.
Okay.
I don't care about anybody else. I care about me.
Okay. So it looks like what's the bonus that you give?
+4.
Zumasu? +4. Okay. Ostrich is pretty close, I think. They have +2 and then +4. So that's 11. That's not enough. Juliana succeeded. Everybody else failed except for Juliana. So this is the opposite of last time.
Okay.
Okay.
But I didn't fail, so ha!
Okay.
You feel good about yourself.
I do.
Otherwise, we'll do individual damage for you guys. C. I'm on. You're gonna take 6 damage. Actually, no, wait. You succeeded at the check, so you don't take the full damage. You take half. So that's 3 damage to you. Then we got for Boom Crash. You're gonna take 3 damage for that. Mao, you're gonna. Okay. Well, Mao, you're gonna take 8 damage.
She's dead again.
And
I mean, I can have the damage. Right?
It's actually not an attack.
Damn it.
But I'll let you. Well, we already did the check to see how good you dodge. Where is Zumasu's check?
He disconnected.
Oh, he did.
Restarted. Gonna be a sec. Just roll for me.
Okay,
That's what
sounds good.
Cool.
Cool. I did not see that.
It's in Facebook.
That is why. So let's do dex save. He adds his own plus. Okay. Well, so he's gonna take full damage.
Oof.
Which is 8. So we'll deal 8 to him. Okay. Meanwhile, the rest of the party is going to take all of this damage, except for Juliana, who's going to take half. Juliana takes 4. Everyone else takes 8. Going through. Ooh, Hotch is down. Everyone else is doing okay. Not great, but okay. The cart, meanwhile, has suffered 16 damage. The cart is still looking okay. It's getting to the halfway point.
Yeesh.
Okay. So at this
So
point,
not good for Hotch to be down.
yeah, not good for Hotch to be down. Hotch collapses during this cave-in. I'm going to need somebody to help him, or else grab him.
I mean, I could. I rolled pretty high, I guess.
Okay. So
Sounds
you
good.
you rush over to Hotch and start dragging them along with you, but it's really slowing you down. Are you able to make a medicine check for me? You wish to stabilize him.
I can give it a shot. I cannot guarantee anything good.
Okay. You manage to stabilize Hotch. You kind of take him onto the cart and start doing, I don't know, CPR. Maybe you set one of his bones or legs or something. And he is unconscious, but he is stable. I'm gonna just check and see who is on the cart. So far we have Hotch on the cart because Hotch can't move. Who else is on the cart? Juliana needs to because she can
Not me.
see.
I guess I'm
Amon.
off the cart because
Yeah.
I was helping people out. So
Okay. It's going to be these four on the cart then, just because the gnome and the dwarf have less movement speed. Grovel also has less movement speed, but he is more equipped to deal with falling behind. Okay. Now, we continue to the next actual step. You guys race up to what seems to be a steep incline in the tunnels, with scree piling all the way up to its height. The steed, as it starts climbing up the hill, is already having trouble pulling the heavy cart up the loose stones and pebbles, even with its hefty wheels. The people that are on the cart immediately hop off, those that can, and start pushing the cart up the hill. Meanwhile, the orcs behind you are starting to converge. The primary check for this incline is going to be athletics. Too bad Zumasu's not here.
Who wants a potion of? Hold on, where is it? Fuck.
I will also mention...
Growth?
Excuse me?
I bought a lot of potions when we were in downtime when preparing for this trip, including a potion of growth.
Oh, baby. Usually you need a prescription, but,
It is in a little blue bottle, so who wants it?
So, the secondary one, I'm just gonna let you know, is acrobatics for this. But, otherwise, Zumasu already has his potion.
I don't think really enlarge really helps currently, like in the situation. We're in a cave.
It would give
In case if
advantage
we
on
need the
strength
cart.
checks,
Yeah.
but
Well,
otherwise
if
that's
we
all it
carry
does.
the cart.
I'm weak anyway.
Wait,
I don't,
what about
I-
giving the steed enlarge? Can that thing just carry more weight then?
It's a magic thing. I don't think it can.
Yeah, and
Okay.
also if it was huge, it would be far less able to go through the tunnels.
Yeah.
Fair.
Okay, let's just tough it out.
Okay, Hotch is going to count as an automatic failure because he is down. So I'll mark that off. Okay, so let's re-roll the initiative. It's been a bit. It's been a hot minute.
Okay, clear it first.
I'm going to clear it first. Yes, I was about to say. I need to lead with that. Okay, it's clear, so you guys can roll. I'll roll for Zumasu while he is getting back. Grovel will represent the crew, and Spider will represent the spiders if and when combat. I'm just gonna have them back here. Cool. Descending order.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay, you're back. Well, you took some damage because I rolled poorly for you. Hotch is down and on top of the cart. Now you guys are climbing an incline. The primary check for this is athletics, so I'm assuming that's what you want to do. But people are off the cart and pushing it up the hill.
Can I push it up the hill?
Well, we're doing it in turn order. Amon, 'tis your turn.
I mean, yeah, I guess I'm gonna just push it up the cart.
Okay, make an athletics check.
Yep. Can't really think of what to do. Let's see. Athletics.
Oh, that is impressive.
Owie.
I'm not
Again,
sure how to
owie.
narrate this. It's kind of hard to fail pushing a cart.
No.
Oh, I slip. I
Yeah.
didn't get a good grip. I slipped.
Yep, you
You
rush up
slipped
to
in
the cart
facepalm?
as everybody's like hopping off of it, but some of the scree from the pebbles above starts sliding underneath your feet, and then you slip, and then you slip further and tumble backward down the hill, even further than before. Meanwhile, it looks like it's the party's turn, so we actually get to get a little look-see here.
Look at all those dice.
Oh, okay. We got a split here, but it's a pretty good split. We got a success, a failure for Grovel. He was definitely doing athletics. Hotch is also probably definitely doing athletics.
But Hutch
Juliana.
was an automatic failure because he's down.
Oh yeah, sorry. Good
So
call.
he really failed.
He really failed, but I was using tally marks, so it's a good thing you mentioned that, because he would have been an extra fail that you guys didn't need. So Juliana, I think she's going to kind of use Arcana to try and do the Tensor's Disc trick again, that glitch kind of thing, where she puts the Tensor's Disc beneath you guys, beneath the cart, and tries to pull it up, but it's a tricky sort of trick that she needs to do. It's like frame perfect. So she is going to use her Arcana check and gets an 18. So she's pretty good. It's a success. Ostrich fails. And Peggy succeeded. She was probably going to be using athletics, if anything, so she's trying to maintain her balance, unlike Amon, while she's helping you push. Rizzo is doing a similar thing, so that's 2 more successes. Right now it's dead even, so we'll see what happens next. Boon Crash, it is your turn.
Uh-oh.
If you'd like, you can always use a spell in place of something. Like if you can explain it away well enough.
I mean, I can try and do the Tensor's floating disc. Hold on, do I have that?
You can only
I think
cast
I
that
do.
as a ritual spell for you.
Yeah, that's right.
So unless we got 10 minutes, that's not going to do it.
That's not gonna do it.
Hold on, guys. Hold on.
It's his turn,
I
Vegeta. I
can-
gotta wait for him.
It's either Unseen Servant or a Spider Climb or fucking Misty Step.
Yeah, I don't think any of those are really gonna help you.
Okay, YOLO.
Pushing time.
Pushing time. Okay, wait, hold on.
You can do
The
athletics
other-
or acrobatics.
I think acrobatics is higher, so I'll do that. Okay.
Okay.
Oh!
Yep,
haha!
you managed to dig your feet into the ground in a good way. You are able to push the cart without any effort. Meanwhile, Zumasu, 'tis your turn.
So Hotch is down, but is he on the cart?
He's on the cart, just kind of being pushed up by you guys. I just moved him so I could touch the cart, because that's where the macro is.
Alright, I guess I'll just push the cart, because I got strength.
Okay, athletics.
Remember, it's +3.
Yes. Okay, 24. I'll say that that's a success. Okay. And now, Mao, what would you like to do? Oh, wait. Are you not in the... You're not in the initiative. But I will assume that you are going now.
Sure, yeah.
Why not?
Oh,
And we rolled the same thing. You're creepy.
I know. I just do that sometimes. Okay.
I mean, I just want to push on.
Well, it's athletics or acrobatics.
Yeah. I guess acrobatics.
Okay, and another success. You guys, fully with all of your help except Amon, managed to push the cart up the hill. Grovel and Barty kind of head back to go pick up Amon as you see orcs finally converging on your location. But
Isn't it more like we pushed so hard that Amon fell over?
no, he just slipped. He slipped of his own accord because he got 2 natural ones. So that's another success, and you guys make it fully up the slope, and then start making your way down the pit. Sorry, down the tunnel, and then meanwhile, a bunch of orcs have managed to finally catch up with you. But you didn't take any damage or anything from the thing. Let's just move everybody in a more convenient space. Okay. So you guys hear the noise coming up from behind you as a bunch of orcs come down the hallway. But then from the ceiling, there was a tunnel in the ceiling, and a giant spider crawls out from under it, ridden by a huge buff orc. It spits out a web towards the caravan and connects with it.
What kind of orc is that?
It's an orc riding a giant spider.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry, I missed the spider part. It sounded like the orc spit out web.
I might have said it differently, but either way, the orcs have finally caught up with you. Let's add them to the initiative. I'll just keep your guys' initiative. This is what you get for trying to skip my quest, fools.
How dare you?
Damn you, Quantum Ogre.
Giant strength!
Okay, Mao, it is your turn.
Oh, I should probably roll initiative again, or we're still keeping the same one?
We're just keeping the old one.
Hold on, give me 1 second. I just want to look at my inventory. Wow, I think I already used up, like, both my healing potions. Damn. Okay. Alright. I'm just gonna shoot from afar.
Okay. Sounds good. Who are you aiming at?
Can I attack one that has not had a turn so I can assassinate?
None of them have had a turn.
I attack any of them.
Attack the big one. Or that one too.
Oh, I just hit one, but the big one could be fine.
Okay, so are you attacking the biggin?
I attacked the big one.
Okay, that is gonna hit. Its AC is not 13, but that does hit. So that's gonna deal 37 damage to the dude. But he's...
The only reason why it says 13 is because I pointed at a different orc.
Yep. Oh, that's why, yes. He is still standing, though. The arrow lands in his pectoral, and it's a grievous wound, but he just snaps the arrow in half and tosses it towards you. He is, by the way, on the ceiling upside down at this point, somehow staying in his saddle. Okay, now...
I hide.
You can do that as a bonus action. Make a stealth check. Alright. If anybody tries to hit you, they will try and perceive you. Or I could just do a mass roll. How do I do that?
Sorry.
I'll allow it. Okay. I don't think that any of those would have seen you anyway. Let me just check the orc's perception. It is +0. So yeah, there was no way. Okay. This orc is going to toss a javelin over at Zumasu.
Why?
Oh. Okay, that's gonna hit you for...
That matches, yeah, that actually hit.
Yeah, for 9 piercing damage.
Well, that hurt.
Meanwhile, this orc is going to rush up and engage It's gonna follow up with a Great Axe attack against Grovel. That might not hit him. That just barely hits him. Okay. So that's gonna be 6 slashing to Grovel. Ugh! Now, Amon, 'tis your turn.
Alright, so let's see. I'm going to just do Spirit Guardian
Okay.
because that's a good thing to do. And I guess I'm gonna get up and just keep on just walking away because there's nothing to do. Let me put on my aura just so I can do this.
Okay, so I will assume that your aura is up. Okay, It is this dude's turn. He's going to rush up to Zumasu and Great Axe.
Okay, is that gonna be within the 15 feet?
Yes. He moved into it, so he does need to... That's an initiative roll. Remember how to play, Chris. We can do this. It's only 11.
All right. So that's going to be. It's been a while.
3d8.
3d8 necrotic.
Nice. That is him at 1. But the Great Axe also missed Zumasu. As it sees all of these necrotic eyes start coming out of nowhere, it starts backpedaling a bit, provoking an attack from Zumasu.
I'ma do it.
All right. It didn't want to start its turn in that aura.
I got a 23.
You got a 23. So as it's trying to backpedal away, it puts its arm in front of its face, and you find an opening for a blow. It's enough to kill it. Okay, now it's this orc's turn. It is going to safely throw a javelin from a respectable 10 feet away, and hit you for 6 piercing damage, Zumasu.
Damn.
I know, right? Next orc. This orc. This orc is... This orc will rush in and need to make a save. But succeed, so it's going to take half of the damage from the necrotic damage, but then it's going to use a Great Axe attack against Rizzo. I don't remember if that hits her. It does not hit her because she has, for some reason, good AC. Oh, because she has good dex. Gotcha. The orc rushes past Zumasu, who was already getting engaged, and rushes towards the elf. It slams its great axe into the cart, and she just kind of like picks up her feet to get out of the axe's line of fire. Okay, since we didn't deal damage to it yet, let's do 3d8. Okay, it takes 9 necrotic damage. Okay, now it is the spider's turn, which squeezes in here. I'm gonna need to move you, sir, so I can see you. Okay, it is going to... yeah, it's going to be on the ceiling over here, which is still, like, in the aura. So let's do this check. Wait. Okay, well, it's still a failure. Okay, so let's deal 3d8 necrotic damage. The spider takes 9. Okay, and it's going to crawl over you guys, I think. It's a somewhat tight tunnel, but as it gets towards the cart, it's going to start attacking the folks on top of it. Let's have it attack at random. Screen is getting a little crowded. Okay.
Not apologizing.
It attacks Barty with its bite.
Oh, sorry. Did it do the will save?
Yeah, I already did damage to it and stuff.
Okay.
Okay, it's going to... Ooh, it hits Barty, and Barty is now down.
Wasn't he down before?
No, Hotch was down.
No.
Oh.
So now there's 2 people down, but Barty needs medical attention as the spider sinks its fangs into him and grabs him off of the cart and tosses him aside. So he's like kind of tossed, I don't know, we'll say down here. Okay, now it's the Orc War Chief's turn. It is going to bellow a war cry, and all of the orcs bellow in accordance. Gah! Kill these guys! It doesn't know common very well. But it's going to make an attack as a bonus action against Juliana. And hit. Juliana is down again.
Everybody going down.
Apparently, when it gets to these guys. Okay. And unfortunately, that's it for its turn. So it is Grovel's turn. Grovel is going to... Grovel is going to say, Amon, get on these people, heal them! And is going to try and batter this orc away from them. Does a 14 hit? I believe it does. Yes, it does. Okay, that's 10 piercing damage to this orc. And... whoops. Wrong dude. Oh, and Grovel's actually doing well now. Grovel slams into the thing with his Morning Star twice and knocks it to the ground. Then he's going to go back here and try and make sure that nobody else can pass. Next, we go through the rest of them. Rizzo is going to whip out a dagger from her boot and attack the orc near her. And hit.
Atta girl.
For 5 damage. The thing is at 1 hit point. As the thing reaches to pull its great axe out of the cart, Rizzo whips out her dagger and then slams it into the thing's shoulder. And it reels back in pain. Next we got Hotch, who is unconscious. We got Peggy, who is going to try and whip out her scimitar and make an attack against the spider. And fail, unfortunately. Juliana is going to make a death save. Okay, that is a success. I'll write that down. J. Success 1. Okay. Next we have Barty, who's going to try a death save of their own. There we go. Okay, natural 20. Barty was knocked from the cart, and the poison is being pumped through his veins, but his dwarven resistance to the thing starts to take effect, and the poison starts filtering out through his system. He awakens with 1 hit point. Okay, now Ostrich can take their turn. They're going to take out their bow and shoot towards the war chief. Get away from my friends!
Do it up.
And only deals 4 piercing damage. The thing has pretty hefty armor compared to its compatriots, but gets in at least 1 hit. Then they're going to go over here and try and make sure that nobody can get through to Barty, who is quite low. I think that's everyone. Yes, okay. So now we go to Boom Crash. It is your turn, finally.
Command, spider.
Okay. Does it take an action to do the commands? Oh.
Yes, it's.
Oh wait, I see what you're doing now. So is this a dominate or?
It's a dominate monster.
All right. Got to keep an eye on the charges for this one.
I have been.
Okay. So it's going to make
Plenty
a
left.
wisdom saving throw and promptly fail. The thing, as it's starting to attack everybody else, it makes a lunge for Peggy, but then it stops and locks eyes with your staff held aloft. What would you like to tell it to do?
I would like to tell it to try and squish the orc war chief on its back against the wall and scrape him off.
All right. Well,
You have a parasite on you. Get rid of it.
it starts bucking and like knocking its rider back and forth, and then it crawls over to the side and like tries to slam it into the wall sideways style. Just the orc is like, oh, what is going on? Why are you talking like her? And that's that. Any
Did
movement?
you say talking like her?
It did.
Huh.
Okay, Zumasu, it is your turn.
Yay, I'm slow.
Okay. Interesting statement.
I'm the last one in the initiative.
I see.
Kind of true. So if I move there, I won't get an attack of. Nobody will get an attack of opportunity on me.
No.
I basically want to just bolt up and then attack the head honcho guy. Can I climb on the spider if Boom Crash the Spider is like ally now?
It is on the ceiling still.
Oh,
It is.
damn it!
It
can
is
hit that.
just out of reach of you unless you stand on the cart.
I could do that. I
Okay.
could do that just fine. I have to stand on the cart and attack the guy.
Okay. Make a simple athletics check. Actually, I'll say an acrobatics check because you're trying to keep your balance on the cart.
Aw,
Kind of crowded
I
up
like
there.
the other one better.
I know you
Can't
do.
I just jump high?
I'm afraid not.
Well, I did good at. Oh, that's athletics. Damn it!
Yeah, you did good athletics, huh?
Got a running start. And I did okay acrobatics.
Yeah, you climb onto the cart, and then you kind of stay on top. It's a bit difficult to keep your balance, but you manage to do so. You can reach the war chief who is being rattled around in his saddle.
Hunter's mark.
Use Hunter's Mark, and unfortunately,
Is a 13 hit? Probably not.
it is not going to hit, no.
Second attack. Does a 16 hit?
I didn't see the second attack, but I'll take your word for it. A 16 just barely hits.
Sweet. Did you see the damage?
I did. That's
Sweet.
10 slashing damage, plus, we need Hunter's Mark, which is 2, so 12
Two.
damage.
I'm a
You're going to smite? Sounds good. Six additional radiant damage as a bolt of lightning emerges from the justice of your blade. It sinks into the war chief and deals a bunch of damage. It was really fantastic. Meanwhile,
nice.
it's the giant wolf spider's turns. They start swarming. These dudes are gonna head over towards these dudes. We'll send quite a few of them over there. Meanwhile, these remaining two are going to go after the war chief. So, let's do the war chief first. That is 2 hits. So the war chief is going to have to make some con saves. Okay, he succeeded at the first
cute.
or second one. So
Oh wait, did the war chief do any will save for the bubble?
It's not his turn yet, but I believe. Oh,
Oh wait, okay.
I don't think I did it for him when it was his turn. So I'll get to that, I guess.
Okay, don't worry about it.
Either way, he takes 11 for the first hit. And then he takes 5, 6 for the second hit. Okay. Now I'm gonna have him make that save. So I know I did it for the giant spider. I don't think I did it for him. Okay, roll 3d8 damage. 3d8 damage.
Mm-hmm. Only 9.
Well, that was 3d6.
Oh wait, okay. I can't do math.
Only 9. Been very convenient rolls on Roll20 today. Okay,
Indeed.
the war chief is looking rather disheveled, if I do say so. The other spiders are going to start swarming the other
Oh,
dudes.
well, what about his second Constitution save?
For what? I did it.
For the
I did them.
second bite attack?
I did them one after the other.
Oh, okay. It's not popping up for me.
Okay, well, either way, he had one
Whoa.
fail, one success.
Okay, cool.
Meanwhile, this orc that Rizzo put a cap into just got hit by a spider, and it only had 1 hit point left, so that thing's going down. Meanwhile, these spiders attack this orc. It's a hit. That's a miss. We roll for saving throw. That's a success, so that's a mere 7 damage. Meanwhile, did I do 2 attacks? Yes, I did. Okay, so next orc, 2 bite attacks, 2 fails. Okay, the spiders are done. Mao, it is your turn.
I attack the leader.
Okay, well, you are from hiding, so you are having advantage. So that's going to hit. And that's going to be good old 25 damage. You roll out from like under the cart where you had been hiding and have your bow trained towards the ceiling, and it flies through, lands on the thing's back. It is now slumped in its saddle, attached to it, and just being rammed into the wall by the still dominated spider.
Haha.
Anything else?
I go back to hiding.
You go back into hiding. It is this orc's turn. It is going to start swatting away at these spiders. Get a crit, but it dealt enough damage to kill it anyway. So one of the spiders gets smashed into the wall, but disappears into shadows. Amon, it is your turn.
Alright, in that case, so Barty's back up, so I don't need to heal him.
Yep. Juliana is still dying.
Okay, yeah. Alright, she heals,
People
12?
die when they are killed.
Exactly.
An unfortunate life truth.
Okay, so 12 onto Juliana.
Okay.
And I'm gonna do Cantrip Toll the Dead onto the Chief.
The chief is dead.
Oh, okay, so it's... Okay, it's...
On the
So,
spider
must
or
be-
an orc?
What?
You're gonna do it on a spider or an orc?
Oh no, Orc, I guess. I still see the Chief on my screen, that's why.
Yeah, he's dead, but he's just slumped in his saddle.
Okay. Okay, then the...
Mao's sneak attack killed him.
Yeah.
Okay, so in that case, let's do onto this guy.
Okay. Wisdom. No, he succeeded. Should
Okay.
have targeted the corpse. Okay. Next, as Juliana is revived, thanks to your healing word, that is what you did, right?
Yes.
Okay, so she should be at 7? Or... No, what was it?
She's at 12.
12. Okay. Cool. Okay, now it's this orc's turn. It is going to attack the spiders. And... what is their AC? 13. Miss. Meanwhile, it is the giant spider's turn. Boom Crash, what do you want to do besides keep battering the thing?
For the giant spider, just keep battering it. But can I attack, or am I still controlling and maintaining the spell?
Well, it's its turn. The spider's turn.
Oh, the spider's turn. Sorry, was paying attention. Yeah, keep on trying to get this beastie off of you and distract him enough so that he has difficulty moving and attacking on his turn.
He will have a lot of difficulty as he is dead.
Oh, okay. He's still in the turn order.
Yeah.
Can you start eating him? Or attacking another orc?
The spider like starts crawling away to find like solid ground where it can like try and like wriggle the saddle off of itself. and then it starts devouring the orc war chief in
Cool.
front of its horrified minions. It's Grovel's turn. He's going to just he's just gonna try and finish off these dudes, I guess. That's one hit for 10 damage, which is a ton. And then Ostric's going to come in, their sword, and finish this guy off. Then attack this guy. And finish this guy off.
Nice.
Alright guys, let's get out of here. Make sure everybody's good. Okay.
I asked the giant spider to help us push the cart up. Because
Yes.
this is like difficult terrain, and we have another beastie now. So
Okay.
I can help push too.
I should mention at this point that you do need to concentrate on either the spiders or the dominate effect. I probably should have been keeping better track of that.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna keep focusing on the dominate effect right now. So
The other spiders dissipate. That combat should have gone a bit differently, but I'm okay with it. So the spider is relinquished. You relinquish control of the smaller spiders in favor of the new big friend, and it starts helping push the cart up the hill. It attaches its webbing to it and then starts pulling it alongside the phantom steed.
That's adorable. The steed has a friend.
You're adorable. Okay, we move on to the final leg of the journey. The steed and the spider slow down as they near what appears to be a gaping 15-foot wide pit. More orcs still are gaining on the caravan. Their whoops and yells are echoing through the caverns behind you. As you guys get towards the pit, the steed looks to Boom Crash and then just kind of gives it a nod. And then it starts running full tilt towards the pit. Grovel yells, "We'll have to jump for it! Everyone go! Go!" And then the orcs start coming up over the hill. I'm going to need everybody to make an athletics check or an acrobatics check.
Acrobatic.
fuck.
I think my thing froze.
You okay?
I did it.
Back.
I'm refreshing. Roll 20.
Okay, so we got her refreshing roll 20. Do you want me to make an acrobatics check for you?
No.
Smart move. Never trust a DM.
My plus 10. You stay away.
Okay, looks like we got some tallies to make. Okay, so this is a check.
Wow. The failures are really bad failures.
Yep.
Yep.
So Zumosu is a success. Boom Crash is a failure. Amon is a success. Mao is a success. And then we got all these shits.
Yeah.
So, Hotch was never revived, so that's an automatic failure anyway. Barty has a +1, so that's actually a success for their athletics. Grovel has a fail. Juliana has a success, surprisingly.
She's getting into this.
As does Ostrich. Peggy has a fail. And Rizzo, as we get down to the last wire, that is a fail. So, the final tally, you guys rush down towards the pit and leap over it. Boom Crash, at this point you are like on top of the Phantom Steed, riding it over the gaping chasm. The Phantom Steed lands on the other side with the people that were on the cart like gripping and clinging their lives to, like their lives depend on it, to the sides of the cart. It rattles as it lands on the other side of the pit's edge. The other people leap towards the other side and most of them fall short, landing instead on the edge of the pit as they start climbing up, trying to get beyond it. Meanwhile, the orcs are collecting on the other side. as you guys steel yourselves and try with all your might to climb up and get to the other side of this pit. The Phantom Steed finally pulls through as the spider pulls with its webbing, and the cart lands on the other side of the pit. It starts crumbling. The edge of the pit starts crumbling, and you guys need to like dodge rocks, the remainder of you, as you climb up. But everyone is safe. As the orcs finally get to the other side, it looks like they're starting to jump, and Ostrich says, "I don't think so." And then he holds his hand up and transmutes the mud of the edge of the pit so it collapses. One of the orcs leaps across, but doesn't make it near far enough to get to the other side, and falls down 100 feet into the pit below. The rest start hurling javelins at you, knowing that they won't be able to catch up with you. And you guys make your way deeper into the maze tunnels. It looks like there aren't too many other bridging holes along your path, so you have finally evaded the orcs as you hear their cries echoing in the distance.
Yeah, nobody died.
And yes, that is total success, just barely by 1 in that last one. So quite tense, this entire ride. But it's over. You guys have escaped that forsaken spider orc city and made your way back to the tunnels. The giant spider is released from its servitude, but masterless, it goes off into the darkness to find its own destiny.
Wait, can we try and animal handle it? We got a bunch of food.
Sorry.
Maybe it can be our new steed instead of
Our new mule.
Yeah.
Instead of...
Yeah.
I'm gonna say no. It requires a lot of training and attention that you guys do not have in your journey.
That's fair. Peggy's around. She's a handful.
She's already needs enough training as it is. But also it's kind of used to the orcs training rather than your guys' training.
Yeah, so the fact that it's not attacking us right now is a gift.
Yeah.
I want to give it a head pat before it goes.
Well, it doesn't allow it. It hisses at you and then scuttles off into a tunnel. I do want to note that if anything overtly funny did happen, I did have a very special track prepared for this chase sequence.
Oh no.
Is it?
Oh, the wacky races.
Oh god.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
This was thing.
Anyway, before we get
D&D,
copyright
but
struck.
it's with SpongeBob music.
Please. Okay. Let's go back to the overworld. That was quite the experience. Here we go. Those dice off the screen. You guys finally escaped the maze tunnels. Well, not the maze tunnels. Those maze-like tunnels near the city. So, we're gonna continue onward after you guys are pushing through because you don't want these orcs to potentially catch up with you. They definitely have been found elsewhere throughout the maze tunnels, so they're onto your presence. So the group is going to continue onward.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll see the first roll on that. The first roll was not a natural 20, but it is enough to succeed at your navigation. So you guys push onward through the tunnels in successful order. Actually, that would lead up there. Cool. Fortunately, it looks like there is an encounter. Oh, it just doesn't stop. It just doesn't stop. Okay, let me roll for this.
I'll show you how it stops.
It doesn't. Alright. So, during your guys' travels, do you guys wish to do anything as you guys are escaping from that situation back there?
I guess I'll try to revive Hotch.
Okay.
I mean, yeah. 12.
I'm gonna try and fix the cart with my strength.
You fix
Before it
it
wears
with your
off.
strength?
Yeah, like
Are you just gonna flex muscles at it?
I'm gonna say that's
Well,
not a relevant
depends-
skill.
well,
Because
it
you're not
depends on what
proficient.
sort of damage.
I'm gonna
No.
say you need to be
even,
proficient with
like,
carpenter's tools to fix the cart. You can
I'm not
try,
proficient.
but being strong is not gonna help you do so.
I mean, you could
Boom
push
Crash
back on a spoke or
with that?
something, or
Curious.
I'm
Hammer
sure
back
you
on.
could, but you need the tools.
okay. I
Okay.
don't know how to use carpenter tools.
So Hotch awakens, and the rest of you guys are also have been awake. Hotch looks at the cart and shakes his head in disbelief. This thing's looking worse for wear, but I dinna think we can rest now. Yeah, we're gonna have to keep going. We want to get as much headway on these things as possible. So if we're gonna rest, do it on the cart. We'll take turns. Basically, this will amount to you guys being allowed a short rest.
Mm,
I'll take it.
it's better than nothing.
I'm gonna spend some hit die.
I have my spells back. How many hit die do I have? All my hit die.
Okay. The rest of them are gonna... I suppose they
Yeah.
can use hit die too.
I'm back.
Okay.
Back, baby.
Barty... How much hit points did he have? 27. He's at full. Barty is at full.
Anybody need some hit points? I can lay on hand somebody.
Don't
I
touch
I think
me.
I'm good.
think... Well, we'll check. Peggy has 5d8 she can spend. She uses all of them. She's back at full. Ostrich has 6d8. That's 24. Okay. Rizzo has 5d8 as well. I think they all have 5d8 or something. Most of them do anyway. Okay, Rizzo is back at full, which is 22. Hotch, poor bastard. Get over here. Have some dice hug. Hotch is also back at full thanks to their bonus. So they are back at 32. Juliana should also be good, I think. Boy, it's getting late. That was quite the event that
Yeah.
we just did.
It was a lot. There's a lot of things on the.
Okay. Cool. I think everybody's back at full, which I was probably gonna have to do anyway. But none of the trekkers have any of their hit dice left for today. Okay. Whew. So, you guys start taking turns, like, resting on the cart. Amon and Zimasu take turns, like, tending to people's wounds as you guys try and make as much haste as you can. At this point, I'm going to need... I'm going to roll randomly to see who's in front, I think.
Oh, not who's.
Yeah, because we're traveling currently. But this is a position-based march order type deal. Mao, you're in front, which kind of makes sense. 1, 2, 3. Let's do a D8 to see who else is in front. Okay, Ostrix is also in front, which is actually pretty good. Okay.
Yeah.
So Mao and Ostrich, I'm gonna have make nature checks. Okay, Ostrich has +4 to that, so they're gonna do a D20 +4. Okay, Mao, what did you get for your nature check? Allie, what did you get? Oh, okay.
That.
Okay, both very good. So, Mao, you spot that there are some large, strange mushrooms ahead. Ostrich stops you in your tracks and remarks on your good eye. He says, We should not be anywhere near these things. Those are shriekers. We don't...
The heck is a shrieker?
If we get too close, those will start yelling. And when things yell in here, they bring company. If we want to evade those orcs, we need to get our way around here. Everybody stop, 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 stop. We can't come back.
Okay.
We can't come through here. I know what these things are.
Wait a minute. Hold on a sec. How spread around are they?
So there is a large cluster in front of you guys. They are taking up most of the tunnel, and after a few minutes of pondering, Ostrich says, we're going to need to find another way around these things. We can't shine light on these things, or get too close with it without being spotted.
Hold on. Are they within a 40 feet cluster?
Of each other?
Yes. Like, is the whole cluster within 40 feet
Do you
diameter?
silence?
Then yes, they are.
Okay. It's time for me to do silence on the middle point. So no matter if they shriek, it won't make any noise.
Okay. I like your style, cleric man.
I just point my finger to my mouth. It's like, I did not.
Shush.
He gestures for you to lead the way, and you step out in front and hold your shield up before you. The eye of Encabulos, sort of pops off of your shield, glowing, but then it just shuts as if its eye is closing, and then you just hear a... You guys step forward into the silence. You can feel something in your eardrums, but you don't hear anything. Those of you with dark vision look at the shrieker mushrooms, and they're just sort of sitting there, vibrating back and forth, but no sound is coming forth. Ostrich kind of gives Amon a knowing nod and gestures to the whole cart to keep moving forward. You guys pass by without so much as an encounter. Good job. Good job
Yay.
getting a good roll in nature. And luckily Ostrich was in front. I would have preferred Rizzo, but Ostrich has nature as well, so that was good. Okay, and I didn't have
luckily
to...
I had that spell prepared for no reason.
That's also good, and luckily I didn't have to do any combat. Okay, at this point, I believe we're gonna... We have to choose now if we want to keep moving or not. I think at this point it will start causing exhaustion.
I say, I personally want to rest, but I'll never admit that.
So, from what you can tell, you guys have a 4-hour head start on the orcs if they are still pursuing you. So you've been traveling for 4 hours, but you were traveling for 4 hours before you got to the city. So it's been a while.
It's been a while, yeah.
Grovel kind of looks to you guys and questions, what do we want to do? And you guys have the swing vote, so you can kind of decide.
I vote keep going.
I mean,
Will this particular check be made with exhaustion?
No. This is when we start checking for exhaustion.
Okay.
I think if we push ahead a little bit, we can
Oh.
try and definitely get an advantage in distance. But if we start slowing down, we need a rest.
Yeah.
Good call.
So same thing as before. Same thing as before. We just go on until someone gets exhausted.
Yeah.
Yep.
Barty, point the way. Come along, Peggy. Let's figure this out. And
I give Peggy a thumbs up.
She kind of gives a half-assed smile and 2 thumbs up as well. Like, yeah. Okay. Oh, that's weird. It did half of my macro in the chat, but
Yeah.
Wow, that is
Some
something.
type in there. Roll20 is not having fun tonight.
yeah, I think it's definitely roll 20 because of this weird circumstance we're all having.
Yep. No.
Oh, it's still doing it.
No.
Okay. Well, you know, it was a successful navigation with no encounters.
Nice.
But we do need to roll for exhaustion. I should have done that first. Okay, Barty doesn't have exhaustion. That's mainly what I was worried about. Ostrich is exhausted. Hotch is exhausted.
Is it a saving throw
We're doing-
or
yeah,
It's a
action?
check because I don't help.
Constitution.
It's a check.
I'm fine. I can keep going for days.
Well,
I don't know if I'm fine or not.
the
It's a 10, isn't it?
DC is 11.
Oh,
I'm exhausted.
Okay,
I'm
okay,
exhausted.
okay. So people need to rest now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah, you guys make your way a little bit further. Gotta start zooming out a bit now. You guys start making it a bit further, and then you guys start to get tired. You haven't seen hide nor hair of the orcs, so you're hoping that you've lost them. You find a niche cavern away from any adjoining caverns to try and hide and take a rest. So let's do rest procedures. I accidentally clicked it 3 times for some reason. Maybe I was overcompensating for that lack of other roll before. But we have a 17, which I don't remember what that gets. 17 gets you guys a potion of greater healing from Rizzo.
Woo!
She must have
yes.
gathered some stuff from the Shriekers while they were shrieking. Normally the stuff is impossible to harvest while they're yelling, but I did manage to get this thing together.
Okay, adding it to
Gimme.
the inventory.
Gimme, can I have one?
Oh yeah, totally. Go for it.
Meanwhile, the cart is repaired for 46 hit points, which brings it to... yeah, that's just about full, so I'll just say it's full.
Cool.
Okay. Meanwhile, there is encounter. So, did we have like a set time for? No, we didn't really do watch times, did we?
No.
So I'll just do it randomly. Cool. It's Zumasu. Who else is on watch with you?
does that mean I have my armor on?
Yeah, you probably would. Ostrich is on watch with you. Get
I
outta
have
here.
bad perception, but at least I'm armored.
Okay, so at this point, I must begin finding
I know.
out what this is. Hold on a hot minute.
I'm cold. This is a cold minute.
No, I refuse.
No.
It is not a hot minute. Get there.
Chris and I don't agree on seasons. He's
Well-
extremely hot during the summer, and I'm comfy, and I'm frigid during the winter, and he's comfy.
Yep. I'm with Chris.
Worst.
Okay, so at this point, I will need what's their face? What is their face? Sumasu. I need you to make a perception check. Ostrich
I
will
did.
attempt it as well. Oh, you already did? I see it.
Yeah, I figured it'd be needed, but I'm bad at this, so I just figured I'd get it out of the way.
Well, that was awfully sweet of you.
Sorry, everybody else.
Well, looks like we're all dying today.
Right.
All I have to do... Oof. Okay. So, you guys are sitting around a small fire that you guys have made for yourselves. It's not like anybody in the distance is going to see you guys, so you guys build up a fire to cook what rations you have or have hunted or gathered, and you're just kind of chatting with Ostrich during this time. But for now, there is nothing that you can perceive to be happening. So you can talk to Ostrich if you want, but otherwise, you don't know if anything's going on.
Hey, Ostrich.
Yes?
I know you said earlier on you wanted to come on this kind of for the adventure, but like, I don't know, why do it with such a shady group? There's other ways of adventuring, you know?
I do not think you know me as well as you think you know me. I fit in quite well here.
I mean, not for nothing, there's still ways to adventure with, you know, more official standings.
I have tried those. They do not work. I'm sure that you are lucky enough to pass as a human. Or humanish. But I do not. And he kind of like holds up his hands that are dripping with mud. His mud genasi form. I joined the Vintners for acceptance, and I found a family here. And honestly, I like the dirty work.
I guess that's fair.
What about you? You have this armor thing going on that's all dirtied up. It seems to get dirtier every day as if you're refreshing it somehow. But, normally only I have that trait. But, what do you do when you're not just doing mercenary work for the Vintners?
I mean, good is relative, and I just don't always hang out with somebody on the level of the vendors. I've done some more generic adventuring work before, but the guy's gotta eat, and being a bodyguard at least makes it feel somewhat legit.
Whatever you think is good for you. I've never met someone with quite your strange morals, my friend.
That's a fair point. I at least know I can take the hits most of the time for the people I need to protect.
Yes, well, it has been very helpful. You have done your job well, so I trust what you have to say. For now. He winks at you and then takes a bite of his food. Their food.
Okay.
Ooh, they're being sexy.
You guys...
Is he like the guy from the Iron Chef where he just bites a bell pepper?
Exactly.
They do have a very, like, rustic sort of feel to them.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if it's the mud, but very earthy undertone.
Well, as you guys are conversing, you guys get a little lost in thought, thinking just a little too much that you guys are safe here. When you...
I see nothing wrong.
I see nothing wrong here. When you guys suddenly hear a pebble overturn behind you, you guys don't even turn like quickly in response to it. You just sort of lazily turn your heads back, and then you notice that you're looking at a set of feet, and then start trailing it up to a smiling greenish-gray face with a long pointed nose and thick knotted hair. It smiles at you with its big scraggly yellow teeth. What have we here? Food, I think, says another one as it comes up behind him. And then they go to grab you guys. You guys are surprised. Let's do some attack rolls.
I do not wish to be squashed into jelly.
That would...
What is green and has a pointy nose?
Obviously something that's very hungry. Doesn't matter what it looks like.
Indeed. Whatever could it be?
It's the cave troll. They have a cave troll.
Oh, there's 3. Why is there always 3?
I don't know. I rolled for this. So, let's do some rolls. This is an athletics check. This one's against Sumasu. I'm gonna need you to make an opposed athletics check. I'm
I
assuming.
wish I still had my strength potion.
Yeah, that is gone, unfortunately. But it definitely helped you.
I did it!
Okay. Then another one is going to try and help him with it. He's obviously having some trouble holding his food. I'm gonna need you to make another opposed check.
Oh, friggin' A. Yeah, no, the second one caught me off guard.
You gotta hold him like this, you see? Meanwhile, the last one is going to grab at Ostrich. Ostrich will oppose. Where's the button? There's the button. Button. Who's got the button? Oh boy. Okay, so the third one just grabs up Ostrich, and then they quickly clap their hands over your mouths, and then start giggling to each other. And they kind of like, one of them looks back over their heads as they see the rest of you guys fast asleep. And then they start stomping off into the tunnels. And I think that's where we're going to leave it off for tonight, as the trolls drag away 2 of your own members off to get eated. Oh,
These caves suck.
they do.
These really suck.
Filled with lots of dangers and lots of twists and turns.
Yeah, but can we have like a twist and turn with a conversation at least? No one wants to talk to us.
Oh, guess what? The twist and turn. You're just lucky that we are not dealing with the drow. This twist and turn the conversation and knife to the back.
Fair.
Hey,
And to the front.
there was a city back there, but the orcs weren't so talkative, and they're killing you, I guess? I don't know.
To be fair, we kind of one-shotted a few of them, too.
You did.
It's hard to negotiate back with that.
Yeah,
No, I would argue that the negotiation is even easier once that is done.
it should be. I'm your leader now. Either way, the trolls have dragged some of your own off into the darkness, but you guys have survived the escape from the cities. Hopefully you can track down your allies, or they can escape before it's too late.
Hell no. Not against 3 trolls.
So,
Dude,
how
trolls are susceptible to spikes, and we haven't gotten our spell slots back, right?
Nope, because this is your first long rest.
Sometimes.
Yep, it is not looking very good, but at least you have all your health. So the next day that we have is Sunday the 20th. Allie, I know that you are probably going to be busy getting ready for LuxCon. Do we want... Oh,
Well, LuxCon is not... I'm not selling stuff.
that's true. Do we want to... Are you good to have it next Sunday and then skip the next one after?
Yeah, I should be fine with that.
How does that sound for everybody else? So have it
Yeah, that's fine.
have it on Sunday the 20th. All
What
right.
about you, Julia?
I can make it. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. So we will convene next Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we continue the Dorkvision stream and find out if trolls gonna eat or people gonna yeet. I don't know. Tried to rhyme.
Pretty good. I appreciate that one.
Could be worse.
It's tired. I'm late. So we'll see you all then. Have a good one, and good night.
Good night.
Farewell.
Peace out.